Yes, Fenty, you did right with this shade. Oh my gosh. Welcome to my channel. Today we have some new Fenty products and we have 20 different shades of Fenty Beauty's new Flypencil eyeliners, and we're gonna get all into swatching these, first impressions, the colors, all of that will be in this video. And then tomorrow I'm gonna have a wear test with the eyeliner and the mascara. So tomorrow's video is gonna go a little bit more in depth with the mascara and wear test and the shape of the brush and everything. But today's video we're gonna be focusing a little bit more on the eyeliners. So the eyeliners are $22 a piece. There are 20 shades. The only thing I have to say about the shades thus far is that Fenty's really good about including orange lipstick in, or orange shades in her lipsticks, and I would have liked to see a little bit more orange shades in the eyeliners, but let me show you guys some clips of all the shades swatched out. And I'm sorry, my little puppy, he's crate training and I had to put him up to film this video, but if you hear some puppy cries, that's what's going on. He's not getting murdered or anything. He's just crying because he's in his crate. But for the swatches, I swatched every single shade and did one swipe, and then right next to it, where it's a little bit shorter, I did a little bit more building up. But one thing I will say about all these eyeliners is that for once, these are actually pretty true to color of what they have as the swatches on Sephora's website, which I feel like never ever happens. But there's only one shade that I felt like looked a little different in person than it does in the swatches, and that shade is Chromewreaker. It's like a really pale grayish white shade, and it looks a little bit more bluish gray in person on me than it does in the swatches, but all the other pencils look pretty true to color for the swatches. But I'm still gonna swatch them all so you guys can see what they look like with on my skin tone and all of that good stuff. But so far these are pretty creamy and they are hard to remove. I did try to remove the swatches and they are pretty freaking stubborn once you leave them on your arms for a while. A lot of the darker shades stayed on my arm a lot, and I scrubbed my arm with a cotton pad, and these are just really budge proof so far. And it is a rainy day today and tomorrow, so I will be testing out the water resistant factor. One last thing before we get into swatches. So I do want to compare the sizes of the Fenty eyeliner. This is the Marc Jacobs eyeliner, so you guys can get a better idea of actually how big they are. And then this is the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner Liquid Liner. The liquid liner is a little bit bigger than the eyeliner, but they do have the same kind of triangular rounded shape. Just wanted to get that out of here, but now let's get into the swatches. So I zoomed you guys in, and I'm gonna do this in order from lightest to darkest, starting with the white and then ending with the black shade. And I'm not actually going to put any makeup on because I'm literally just kind of swatching them, taking them off, swatching them, taking them off. So I'm not gonna put makeup on so I don't have to take off all of my makeup just to put back on and off eyeliner. But there will be a video later on in the future where I swatch it over eyeshadow and see how it builds and if there's any problems. But so far over my arm they did swatch pretty well, so I don't think there's going to be that big of a problem. But let's start off with the first shade, and that is Chromewreaker. And these do have a snappy twist up and you can't twist them down. So if you do get them, just keep in mind these are kind of like the Marc Jacobs fine liners, where once you twist them up, you can't twist them back down. Let's see. They go on pretty effortlessly. I'm not having to like pull my eye or anything weird. Yeah, they glide on pretty smoothly. Let me just do a little bit of a wing. I know these wings are gonna look so ugly, but just to get a better idea of the shade. And then I'm gonna put a little bit in my waterline. Oh yeah, that went on the waterline super quick, which is what I like. So here is what chromewreaker looks like on the eyes. Next shade is Bad Bride. Let's see if this one's gonna be just as creamy. Yeah. That's pretty creamy for a shimmer shade. Whatever. The wings are not going to be working out for me today, but they build up pretty nicely. I'm not having to like really layer it on. I'm being pretty gentle on my eyes. Now let's do the waterline. There we go. And here is the shade Bad Bride on my eyes. I'm really excited to use these with the snap shadows. If you guys have any requests to use these with any of the snap shadows, please let me know because I'm dying to use these with the snap shadows. All right, so the glitter part of the eyeliner is a bit hard to remove, but I am just using a Q-tip to remove these and a little bit of my micellar water. So I'm wondering if like an oil-based remover would work pretty well, but I'm not leaving these on my eyes long at all. The next shade that we're trying out is Grillz, which is the gold. Ooh, this one's super creamy. I hope you guys can see, like, I'm not really putting any pressure on my eyes at all. Like, this is gliding on like butter. Though I will say these set pretty fast. Now let's go in the waterline. All right, and this is Grillz in waterline and on my eyelid. Next shade is She's a Problem. This one I feel like it's not as creamy as the other ones, but it's still a lot creamier than some other eyeliners that I've tried. And then here is She's a Problem on my eyelid and on my waterline. I feel like this one would look really, really pretty with a really dark brown smoky eye. Note to self, these are getting harder and harder to remove on the lower lash line, so I don't want to put any kind of like remover in my eyes because I do have my contact on. So just as a note, I'm probably not going to be able to remove all of the eyeliner underneath my lower lash line, so I'm sorry. Next shade is Spaghetti Straps. This one's super creamy. I feel like I'm gonna say that about all of them at this point. This is actually a really interesting shade. It's like a dark coral, so that is Spaghetti Straps on my eyes and on my lower lash line. Next shade I'm super excited for, and this is Cherry Punk. This is the more red shade. This one is not as creamy, that's for sure. A little harder to do without touching my eye. Let's see how it goes in the waterline. All of these are so pigmented with just like one swipe so far. Same with under the lower lash line. These are just going on like literal butter, but taking them off is another story. All right, next shade is Cute Ting. This is the pink one. I feel like this one's gonna be pretty creamy. And side note on the lash shades, they didn't really stain. I was kind of expecting the red to stain more than it did. Ooh, yes, this shade is poppin'. Hello. Oh, and it actually looks pretty cool on the lower lash line too. Next shade, we're getting into purples, is purp-a-trader. This one's kind of like the red one. It has a lot of pigment, but it's just a little, you gotta push a little bit harder. But the color for it is pretty good. And I'm trying to avoid going so close to my lash line, so excuse me on that. This one I feel like it takes a little bit more to build up in the lower lash line, but once you do, it looks quite pretty. My eyes are looking crazier and crazier the longer this video goes on, but we're getting into the deeper shade, so it's okay. So the next shade is Purple Stuff. This is a cool shade. Interesting. I've given up. I'm just kind of showing the colors. This one's super pretty. It's like a, oh, I don't know, like a plummy purple. Now we got the blue. This one is Lady Lagoon. I feel like everyone's super excited for this shade because, ooh, just you wait. Look at this shade. Oh my god, and it's so creamy. Yes, Fenty, you did right with this shade. Oh my gosh. Hello. The shade also looks super cool in the waterline. Oh man. All right, that blue shade was kind of a pain in the butt to remove, which is a good thing. But now let's get into See About It. I'm super excited for this shade. Well, this one you have to build it up a little bit more, but it is really pretty. It's kind of hard to build up these crayons or eyeliners because they're pretty creamy, but once it starts to kind of set, then like it's set and it starts to get a bit sticky. So definitely work fast with these eyeliners. Next one is Navy or Dye. Oh, this one's really creamy. The navy shade is surprisingly like one of the creamiest shades, but it was also the one that was like the hardest to remove on my arm. So I'm gonna try and remove this like now. All right, now we're gonna get into the green shade. This shade is called Bank Tank. That is a gorgeous green. I would love to see this shade with the number 7 Snap Shadow palette. Well, let me know if you guys agree. Ooh, and it looks really pretty in the waterline. Now we're getting into the brown. This is Puppy Eyes. This is 100% my mom's eyeliner. My mom loves these bronzy brown eyeliners. I should have gotten a second one for my mom. P.S. These are going over whatever is left over on the other eyeliners really, really well. But these are those 2 shades. All right, next shade is called Space Cookie. Ooh, this is another shade that my mom would flip over. Dark chocolate with some gold reflex. Oh, that shade is so pretty. Next shade is in Big Truffle. Who doesn't love a basic brown eyeliner? But here are those 2. These actually look really pretty, and I know my mom is gonna love these. All right, guys, we are down to 4 more shades. So this one is Moon Dunes. This one's really creamy, but I feel like I'm having to build it up just a bit more. Let's try the waterline. I'm kind of thinking this is just how the shade is supposed to be. Yeah, this is kind of how this shade is supposed to be. I kind of thought it was going to be a little bit more of a punch, but this is just what it looks like. Next shade we have is Bachelor Pad. This one's going to be more of a dark gray. Oh, yes. That is the gray I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I really like this shade. I don't know why, but I think these colors look pretty cool because they're not brown, they're not black, but it's still kind of like something. You know what I mean? All right, we have made it to the last 2 shades. Both of them are black. The first one is Black Card, which if you guys watch Fenty's Instagram, this shade they did on somebody and I was like, ooh, I need this in my life. Oh my gosh. Look at this shade. Oh my heavens. That is so pretty. A black glitter. And it's kind of almost like a blue glitter, like a bluey silver glitter. It's really pretty. All right, last shade is Cause I'm Black. This is the regular black eyeliner. Ooh, and it is super creamy. And it's pretty matte too. Let's see how it goes in the waterline. Oh yes, I am liking this. All right, I just zoomed you guys out a little bit. I'm gonna give my eyes a little bit of rest before I take off this last bit of eyeliner, but I'm actually super happy about how all of these eyeliners turned out. There are a few that are a little bit drier than the other ones. Some are a little bit more creamier. They all have pretty good pigmentation to them. I'm just gonna have to see how they wear throughout the day, but so far, first impressions, everything is looking super good, and hopefully this video helped you guys to see which colors you like the best, if you have a similar skin tone, what they look like, how they build up, pigmentation, all of that good stuff. Again, they are available today at Sephora online and Sephora in-store, as well as the mascara. If you guys are looking for the wear test and to see if the eyeliner and the mascara work all day long, then that video will be coming out tomorrow. But if you guys love Fenty and this is your first time visiting my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I do videos every time Fenty comes out with new product. And if you guys haven't seen my video on the Snap Shadow palette, I'll have that video right over here. This video will be suggested to you by YouTube and my face will be right here where you can click on it and subscribe to my channel.